The children are invited to come up for a story. Good morning. The name of my story today is Ken, Good News or Bad News. It was a hot summer evening before the start of school, and Uncle Floyd walked with Barabbas and Gator over to the school playground. And they played some soccer, and they were kicking it around and having a good time. It was just so hot that Uncle Floyd got tuckered out, and he went over and just sat down in the shade of the tree over here. Okay, now you stay there, Uncle Floyd. And so Barabbas and Gator just kept playing soccer, having a good time. And, well, Ken showed up. And Ken saw them over there, and he thought, hey, I don't usually play with Gator anymore. I never played with Barabbas. But I think maybe I will tonight. And so he walked over. Gator used to be friends with Ken, but Ken was always getting into trouble. So now that Gator lives with Uncle Floyd, he thought, I don't usually play with Ken anymore, but it might be fun. And so he said, hey Ken, do you want to kick the ball around with us? And Ken did. And they did have a good time. But then, Cat showed up. Cat is bad trouble. Gator saw Cat and he said, he thought to himself, I never play with Cat anymore because he always gets in trouble and starts fights. So he decided not to play with Cat, not to invite him to play. And Cat saw Ken saw Cat, and Cat taunted at Ken and said, oh, Ken is playing with little kids. And Cat made fun of Ken. It's like standing in a glass because you fall over if you don't have them. Ken didn't like that at all. And so the three of them decided to do what Uncle Floyd had told them to do. Well, Uncle Floyd told Barabbas and Gator at least. When somebody like this is bothering you, just ignore them and hope they go away. But Cat didn't go away. Cat didn't like being ignored, so he decided to pick on Gator too. And he said, oh, I see that Gator is Barabbas' stepbrother now. I guess you think you're too good to play with me. And Gator responded, actually, I do not think I'm too good to play with you. I'm in a good place now, and I don't want to mess that up by getting in trouble with you. So Cat turned on Barabbas. Now, Barabbas may look like the biggest person here, but actually Barabbas is only in 2nd grade, and Gator is in 6th grade, and Uncle Floyd is falling over. And Ken and Cat are in 7th grade. So Cat said, hey, Barabbas does not like that nickname. Hey, Barab, I hear your father was in jail. He's a jailbird, ha ha ha. Barabbas put his head down. You could just feel his cheeks getting hot and burning because he was angry that he heard those words. And Gator bared his teeth. You know what? Yeah, you did it. You bared your teeth. You bare your teeth to show your teeth with an angry face. That's what Gator did when Cat said there was insulting things. Cat walked over, and just to be nasty, he kicked the soccer ball deliberately, as hard as he could, so it went clear across the street into a neighbor's yard. Ken saw that Cat was aching for a fight, and Ken had to decide if he should side with Cat, who's been his friend for a long time, but usually gets in trouble for doing mean and nasty things, or if he should side with Barabbas and Gator, are really nice guys. The good news is that Ken decided to stand up for Barabbas and Gator, and Ken said, Cat, if you're going to start a fight, you may as well just as well leave, because Uncle Floyd is right over there in the shade of that tree. And Cat threw a furtive glance over at Uncle Floyd, and he hissed, and he left. Thank you, Ken, for choosing to be on the side of good news. The end. I've got a handout here for you.